All right, so remember from yesterday, when you hear the music start playing, you're going to stand up, and then Mr. Lockyer, whoever's up here, will warmly greet you, and you will warmly greet the person back. So let's try that. Good morning, warriors. Excuse me, if you remember that we say two pledges, and the order is important. The first pledge is to the Bible, because we're citizens of heaven, first and foremost. And then we pledge allegiance to the United States, the flag, as we're thankful and grateful to be part of this nation. But our allegiance is first and foremost to God and His Word. So let's pledge to the Bible. Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will hide its words in my heart, that I might not sin against God. And then we'll turn and put our hand over our heart, and the flag's over here. Please join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And then we usually start off with our sound-offs or catechism. This week we're working through our catechism questions, the first 3 questions. Let's see how our brains are doing on a Friday. So the first one is, I'm going to ask the question, who made you? And the answer is, God made me. Do you want to come up and... So Ms. Domageau worked on signs that go with this as well. So I'll say, who made you? And then the answer is, God made me. So let's try that. Who made you? God made me. Good. And the next question is, what else did God make? And the answer is, God made all things. So the sign is, God made all things. All right. So we don't want to chop it up. We want to be crisp like bacon. So God made all things, but we'll work on it a little bit slower today since we're trying to learn it. So the second question is, what else did God make? God made all things. And the third question is, why did God make you and all things? And the answer is, for His own glory. So the sign is, for His own glory, and that's the sign for glory. So let's try that. Why did God make you and all things? For His own glory. All right, let's try it all together. So, who made you? God made me. What else did God make? Why did God make you in all things? For His own glory. Great. And then we will, sometimes we'll talk about virtue, but this week we're going to jump right into our song, which is Trust and Obey.
While we do His good will.
may have noticed that most of the teachers are wearing a certain shirt. And the reason why we're wearing this shirt is because this year we have a school theme called How Then Shall We Live? And we're going to talk about it all year long. And so when we talk about things in chapel or hear things in morning time, they're good to know. It's good to know in your head. But the big question is, now what? How then shall we live? Now that we know that being happy in Jesus is trusting and obeying, well, how then shall we live? Well, let's go trust and obey him today on this Friday. We have each day we have our dismissal song, and as I mentioned yesterday, it's a song that we'll sing together first, and then when your teachers let you know, then you'll be dismissed with them, but you can leave singing with a song in your heart and a song on your lips. On Friday, we sing the doxology. It's hopefully a familiar song to many of you. It's a song that hopefully a lot of churches are singing. But I learned this summer about the doxology, and I love it because one thing that you'll get to know about me is I love to go outside and I love to fish. So the doxology is actually a fishing song. It's a fishing song. So the person who wrote the song, his name is Thomas Ken, many years ago. His parents unfortunately died when he was very young, so his sister adopted him. And his sister's husband is a very famous outdoorsman named Isaac Walton. And he would take young Thomas out to the streams in England, and they would go fly fishing. How many of you have gone fishing before? Good. How many have gone fly fishing? A few, awesome. Yeah, so fly fishing is something that's kind of a little more skilled and specialized, but it's awesome. They're fly fishing, probably for trout, I'm guessing, in the English streams. And there's a familiar tune called the Old Hundredth. So there's a tune that they would sing, and they would start kind of making up words. They would kind of make up words while out there and singing, and they'd be praising God. And lo and behold, these words kind of all came together. Praise God from whom all blessings, as they're fishing. And he wrote it down, and now this is the doxology that we sing today. So when you sing today, think of fishing. Think of fly fishing, being out in a beautiful meadow with a stream and God's creation, and praising God for that and praising God for everything. So our dismissal song is the doxology. But we also usually have one special closing on Friday, because it is Friday. So I will say finish, and you guys will say strong. We want to finish strong, so let's try that. Finish. The Lord be with you.